Okay, so some huge news just dropped. Apple just made a secret multi-billion-dollar move that could completely change how we interact with our devices forever. We're gonna break it all down, what it is, and why, yes, it might just mean the end of saying, "Hey Siri." Let's get right into it.
First, let's just start with the number at the center of this whole story, nearly $2 billion. For a company like Apple, which is famously careful about who they buy, a price tag this high, well, it signals a massive, massive bet on the future. So that really is the $2 billion question, isn't it? What kind of technology is worth that much to Apple right now? What is the big secret they're after? Right, so this isn't just another line item on a quarterly report. This is a major power play. In fact, we're talking about one of the biggest moves Apple has made in more than a decade. The company at the center of all this is Q.ai. It's an AI startup out of Israel, and get this, they have a team of only about 100 people. That tells you everything you need to know. Apple wasn't just buying a product, they were buying the team and their absolutely groundbreaking tech. To really put this into perspective, this is Apple's second largest acquisition ever. The only thing bigger was their purchase of Beats back in 2014. But think about that. Back then, they bought a beloved hardware brand. This time, they're buying something else entirely. So let's get into the core of it. What exactly does Q.ai do? What is this secret technology that has Apple so convinced they're willing to bet billions on its success? Well, it all comes down to something called facial micro-movements. These are the tiny, almost invisible movements your facial muscles make, often before you even consciously decide to speak. The best way to think about it is this. Q.ai's tech is literally teaching an AI to read your mind just by watching your face. So how in the world do they do that? It's a really powerful combination of two technologies. First, you have computer vision, which lets a device's camera analyze your face in real time. And second, you've got machine learning, which acts like the brain of the operation, interpreting those tiny movements to figure out what you want to do. And this is where we get to the wow factor. All of this enables a technology called silent speech. And yes, it is exactly what it sounds like, the ability to communicate and give commands without making a single sound. It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But the process is actually surprisingly logical. It's a simple three-step process. First, your device analyzes your face. Second, the software detects those specific micro-movements. And finally, the AI decodes those movements into a command. Simple as that. So this isn't just a cool party trick. This technology is purpose-built to create completely silent command interfaces for AI assistants. Yep, like Siri. It offers a totally new, seamless, and importantly, private way to interact with our tech. Okay, the tech is incredible, but what does it actually mean for the Apple products you use every day? Let's take a look at how this is going to change the devices we all know and love. The applications here are pretty amazing. With AirPods, you could be on a noisy subway and control your music without ever shouting over the noise. With the Vision Pro, you can navigate spatial computing with silent, subtle commands. And for Siri itself, this promises a way more intuitive and private assistant that you can use anywhere without anyone else knowing. Just take a second and really picture it. You're in a quiet library or maybe a super loud concert, and you want to skip a song. Instead of fumbling for your phone or talking out loud, you just kind of think the command and it happens. That's the future this tech is building. Now let's zoom out for a second, because this acquisition isn't just about a cool new feature. It signals a massive shift in the entire tech industry. We're talking about the new AI hardware race. This phrase really captures the new reality: AI-first hardware differentiation. It basically means that companies aren't just competing on who has a better screen or a faster processor anymore. No, the real competition now is about building unique AI capabilities directly into the hardware, creating experiences that can't be copied with a simple software update. And this really hammers home the change in Apple's strategy. In 2014, their biggest purchase was a hardware brand, Beats. Today, it's a core AI technology company. They've shifted from buying brands to buying brains. And that brings us to the ultimate takeaway here. Owning unique proprietary AI that is deeply, deeply integrated with your hardware, that is now the key to winning the future of consumer tech. It's all about creating experiences that nobody else can possibly replicate. Which brings us all the way back to our big question. If you can control your devices silently, privately, just by intending to issue a command, does the need for a vocal wake word like "Hey Siri" just start to fade away? This $2 billion bet from Apple suggests they think the future might be silent.